What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he has lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost."
Answering the question of what it means to be lost is really difficult. Simple in that it means that you're outside of God, like you don't have a relationship with Him. But that's hard for us to answer and really try to describe, because right now we can't get out of His presence and the blessings that He has on our lives. Jesus says that He sends the sun on the good and the evil, sends rain for the just and the unjust. So even if somebody in this life denies God, they're still benefiting from Him. So to think beyond life, to think towards the eternity and what it means to be lost, like the Bible describes it as darkness, it describes it like gnashing of teeth. But in my mind, I just think of for someone never to hear a little child laugh, like to see that smile, to feel the comfort of a loved one embracing their hand or giving them a hug, just to feel love, to feel joy, to feel any sense of peace and purpose. I think that is what it is to be lost, and yet something we truly can't even experience until after life, to where someone is completely removed from God's presence.
We all have this kind of longing in us. And to be lost is to not really know what it is that our souls are yearning for. And I've been there before. I remember back before I really understood what my purpose was and why I was here. Before I really understood that, I was always searching for what's the next thing for me? What can I do? What can I have? What can I be? Where do I find my identity? And so to be lost to me is not understanding where that identity comes from or what that identity is.
It's a sad feeling. You never stop wanting, feeling like you feel like you deserve everything when you deserve nothing. But being lost, I think that's probably the lowest point that you can get. Come to just living in a life of sin. You're never at rest. You're always looking over your shoulders. Even though no one's chasing you, but you're always looking over your shoulders.
In the afterlife, that eternal life is something that is a gift to those that are righteous. But on the other hand, those that are not righteous, that are not obedient, that have never had the blood of Christ touch them, they are lost. And in that sense, they will never see heaven. They will never see eternal life. And I guess the tragedy would be for me, not so much that I would not be in heaven, but I would never be with loved ones forever. That there would be a realization that people that I love, that have been so close to me, would be enjoying each other's company, and I would not be there. But on top of that, I not only would not be there, they would not know that I am not there. Simply because there are no tears in heaven. There is no sorrow in heaven. There's only joy. And I am convinced that when I'm there, that I will not be aware of who is not there. But if I was among the lost, I would realize that I was one of those people that they no longer even think about. What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he has lost one of them, does not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and his neighbors, saying to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep that was lost."